coffee. It is an essential part of a lot of people's lives, including mine. A lot of people like to drink coffee to have a caffeine boost throughout the day. A lot of people like to drink coffee just because it tastes good. I like it for both. There are many ways to make coffee, and today we're going to talk about my favorite way, which is through French press. I'm going to teach you how to make a French press coffee, as well as talk to you about some facts and statistics that deal with coffee. So let's get started and make some French press coffee. The French press is made up of two components. We have the pot and we have the plunger. The plunger itself is made up of three components. We have the metal crosspiece, we have the metal filter, and then we have the metal spring disc. And we have to assemble these three components. So you start with the metal crosspiece, then you set the metal filter on top, followed by the metal spring disc. And then you screw these three components onto the top of the plunger until it's nice and tight. And now that we have this assembled, we can grind our coffee. For the purpose of this demonstration, I have grinded the coffee already. And you want about 2 tablespoons of coffee beans per 8 ounces of water. And you want to grind the coffee at a coarse setting. And you want it to be coarse because if it was a fine grind, then the coffee grinds could seep through the metal filter, and that could result in coffee grounds being in your brewed coffee. And not a lot of people like that, so we use coarse ground. We're going to put the grinds into the coffee pot so they sit on the bottom in a nice flat way. And then we're going to take hot but not boiling water and pour it into the coffee pot very carefully. Now, the reason why you want it to be hot and not boiling is to not scald the coffee beans so it doesn't take away the nice flavor. It'll burn it and it'll taste very bitter otherwise. Now you want to take a plastic spoon or knife or even a chopstick and stir the coffee grinds and the water together. The reason why you want it to be plastic is so that way you don't chip away or just chip and break the pot itself, because then you would have a dysfunctional French press and you wouldn't be able to make it. So after stirring that, we can set our plunger on top here, and you want to plunge it just so it's right above the water. This helps keep the water hot, and you don't want to plunge it all the way because we're not ready to separate the grounds from the water yet. So you let it sit for 3 to 4 minutes, and while we wait, let me tell you about some coffee facts. So, coffee was discovered in Ethiopia in around the 11th century, and it made its way to the Americas in 1668. In 1668, there was a coffee shop. It was the very first coffee shop to open in New York, called the King's Arms. Because of the growing need or want for coffee, it became the second most valuable commodity in the whole world behind petroleum. Also, coffee is one of the most consumed liquids behind water, so takes second place often. 83% of people in the US alone drink coffee, which is kind of an amazing number. Coffee contains a lot of antioxidants, which can prevent a lot of diseases such as heart disease and Parkinson's, even type 2 diabetes, as well as dementia and Alzheimer's. One way that coffee can work is if you are pairing it with physical activity, it can burn fat. And those are some facts about coffee. I think we are ready to separate our coffee grounds from our brewed coffee and pour it into the cup. You just want to press it down as far as it can go, separating the brewed coffee from the grinds. You want to take a nice little mug, favorite mug of mine that has a Z on it. You can't find anything with a Z on it anywhere. And you pour your coffee. Use milk and sugar as desired, and enjoy.